Everyone, Zero JD here with the XBLA Fans channel. I'm here doing something a little bit different. I'm going to do a quick taste of, or at least attempt to do a quick taste of Metro Exodus. I've gotten a little ways into this game. I'm in the quote-unquote open world portion. So far, the story has been that they kind of, for those who are curious about the story and stuff like that, go ahead. If you're interested in this game, go ahead and pick it up. It does have some technical issues, but if you are very, very excited about this, don't let me ruin anything of like that for you. But for those who want to know, they kind of figured out that outside of Moscow, and I'm sure you've all figured this out, the world isn't dead. There are safe areas. You quickly commandeer a train engine, and I have recently just got a passenger car to get some tag-alongs who are coming with us. Our goal now is we are trying to meet up with a government cell. There is a bridge that we have to cross, and we kind of can't really get across it because there's a cult on it. We're about to take a trade boat, which we're about to sneak into the trade boat and go to the bridge so we can lower it and the train can pass and all that kind of stuff. So right now I'm kind of I'm loading into that area. The initial loads into these areas are very long. This one took about 3 minutes or around that. Oh, shut up. So this is the commander from the last two games. You are still Artyom. Your wife is here, and you got some more of the guys you kind of hung out with and stuff like this. The big part about this game is that it's supposed to be like, shut up. It's supposed to be open world. It is not open world. It's actually in sections like this where you kind of run around in these smaller areas and kind of do different things here and there and all that kind of junk. There is no hey, I'm in this one giant block. There is earlier there was a kind of a thing like, hey, you can pick to go to this area, but it was just coming to here, so I didn't really have a choice on that. But another thing that's been in shut up. God, this is the most he's ever talked.
I have an improvement for Tihar ready. Try taking it out for a trial. You'll want to use the workbench.
I'm just going to talk over him. Anyways, another big thing in here is the crafting and maintaining your weapons and stuff. It is the weapon degradation style. If you use a weapon too much, it will degrade. It'll start to jam, and then you have to unjam it. And that happens fairly fast, and you have to fairly regularly clean stuff. The top left, you see I have 151 parts. Next to that, I have 44 chemicals. Chemicals are what clean it. I'm playing on normal, and they just throw stuff at you. So if you want something more difficult, pick the harder levels, because when you kill someone, they have goodies on them. Then you can take their gun apart and get weapon parts and all that kind of stuff. As you encounter enemies and stuff, they'll have attachments for their weapons that you do not have. Like I got this sight off of someone. I have a scope I got off of someone. This is my pistol, which I can actually switch out the frame to make it kind of different. I like the sniper pistol because I have something silenced. And then, of course, you have the car, which is a pneumatic weapon, which is silent and it shoots ball bearings. But I can switch all these things out. If you've played any game with weapon customization, the stats and stuff will be 100% normal. And I can actually do this. So I can do like the weapon fixing and stuff like that on the thing there.
Are you ready for that final push?
Oh, I'm gonna give you this guitar. He actually asked me to find this. Here you go.
Wow, where did you get this? God damn, this is cool.
He asked me to find a guitar. That kid over there asked me to find her teddy bear. Both of those actually showed up on this map, so there was very little searching that I really needed to do. But as I was saying before, that table I can do the weapon customization. While I'm in the field, I can actually just whip out my backpack quietly and make ammo. I can make gas mask filters, which you don't really need in the above world, only in radiated areas, and maybe if I go underground again. I can make med kits. I can make steel balls for my gun, and I can make throwing weapons. Throwing knives, super overpowered. And I can make do limited changes here. I can't switch out the base stock like you saw before. But it's like, hey, I can switch out this sight, but I can't make this pistol switch the base of this pistol like I should before, and I can't make anything outside of ball bearings. And of course that uses all that other fun stuff. This game does have a day and night cycle and limited weather that I've seen. I think it's limited because I'm in an area where it has limited weather. I mean, it's kind of shitty and cold. If I hold the bumpers, allow me to see different menus. As you can see here on the left, I have my health, which will reveal my health. I can look at my watch. I have a compass on it now. That little blue light is my indication of how seeable I am. Below that is the current time. When I put my mask on, that should change to the time I have left for air filters. I'll take that off. And then I happen to come across, did they actually take away my infrared goggles? No, they're on my B button. I have infrared goggles. And I can charge those and my headlamp with this thing. And I just kind of pump it, and that's about it. And of course, on the right, I have like my backpack. I got my little light here. In previous games, this actually would tell you kind of which way to go. The flame would load towards it. Now my little compass, the red always just points to where it wants me to go. And close that, and then I have the binoculars. Well, if I'm looking through them, they'll mark stuff on my map. Not enemies though. And of course, I can kind of switch through what items I'm throwing, and then I can kind of, and never gonna find that. I loved the 2 previous Metro games, and this feels like a small step back from what I have played before. The enemy AI on the games have always been weird, and this one actually takes that a little bit extra, and they are super dumb at times. I'm dumb because I'm going the wrong way. Super dumb at times to points where like enemy humans will just run in circles. Monsters will actually I will be like half a foot away. They'll stare at me. I've shot stuff and it'll just kind of reset to its positions. Right now I'm going in at kind of a nighttime because there'll be less enemy bandits out and about, and it'll be darker. There will be more monsters out, and then there'll be these little shocky orbs that want to murder me because they're sentient and they're jerks for some reason. I've also had this weird thing. I am playing on an X. The fan will non-stop, it's literally non-stop rev, causing it just to spin up and just be loud on my system the entire time. But it hasn't shut down yet. I know some people are having crash issues. The aiming's kind of weird. I, however, compensated for that with just turning my my sensitivity is like super high. You can also get rid of aim assist and all that kind of stuff. But people have complained about the aiming. I have no issue. I just turned it up and now I'm really good. Some people have complained about shooting people in the head and it not working. I've not had that issue. I've had some weird texture stuff. Like there'll be zip lines and they'll disappear halfway. So I'll be zip lining down nothing, which makes me feel like Superman. But it feels oddly not Metro-y with this open world. Oh, there's a guy right there. So let's actually put these on and let's keep going. And of course, when they run low, I have to, put these on and I need to charge and it'll charge and all that kind of fun stuff. I really like this pneumatic weapon. It's very quiet. I want to see if I can't get a longer range. It does seem to have a limited range. Earlier, I was at the church that's nearby. They worship a giant fish. They tried to sell me out to the local people who are hunting me, I believe, and it was not pleasant. For those worrying about achievements, there are no achievements tied to not killing anyone except for one level where you have to remain unseen and kill everyone and not kill anyone. Other than that, murdering people is just easier. There have been, in the previous games, there it is. See that thing in front of us? Also, there's a dude to my right. In the previous games, there have been the moral choices where, like, you get a good ending or a bad ending. There are seemingly choices like that here, where I've freed people, and it's done a little screen, like, light up, like, indicating that I have made the correct choice. I can't see my watch from here. I think I need to go that way. All right, let's head this way. In the Stalker universe, which I think this is semi-tied to, those lightning bolts are called Anomalies, and they are semi-sentient. They will go after NPCs and stuff like that, and it's pretty great because I get free stuff and not really have to worry about anything. Oh, dang. Are we good? As you can see there, as you can see, it freaked out and got very angry that I got near it. You die fast. Ooh. I feel like, okay, hi. Sure, bye. Like, I was clearly within his sight. He did not care. The opening area, you play in Moscow, and it is miserable to play. Once this gets into the more open world kind of stuff, it got a little more interesting until I realized I kind of have to run everywhere. And it's kind of dull at times. A lot of the time, if I encounter these guys, I just run away. There's no real reason to fight them. So where I'm heading is on the other side of that, and we will do our best to get over there. But this will probably be a slightly longer video because I kind of want to show off the game, but a lot of it has been me at first sneaking around, throwing knives. Oh, knives. I need to stop doing that. The knives are usually one-hit kills. You on my team? Yes. I don't know why he put his mask on.
Follow me. They have about 15 guards. 4 at the tugboat ladder, sentries at the pier.
But a lot of the time it just evolves, and like it starts with me sneaking, and then it just goes to me murdering everyone.
Duke is to the left of the hangar. Come in.
Duke in position, ready to pick the gun.
Just so you know, I'm going to pause this. Usually I play this game with Russian language as normal and then English subtitles. The English in this, the English voice actors are not the best. Okay, I do need to use my gas mask here. So let's keep moving.
This seems to be the best spot for quiet entry.
Well, Artyom,
I do like the effect of he's right next to me, but he's talking, but he's still on the radio, so I still hear it. Oh, look at that freak out. Oh, anomaly. There's been a lot of stuff like this, like just weird graphical things. I actually think that's supposed to be attached to a person. I was in a, oh, that's in that, like I said before, this is the stuff. There have been weird things, just just kind of broken textures, stuff not loading in.
boat is in our hands. Sam, Idiot, and I will go back to the Aurora, while Artyom, Duke, and Crest take the boat to the bridge.
Alright, because I think that guy is welding. Ooh.
Look, you could climb aboard there. I'll distract them. You get on.
Okay.
Here and wait for them to pass.
Yes, okay. What are you gonna do, buddy? But I'm just gonna like I do know that if I wanted to go in here guns blazing, my other guys would kind of help out. Hopefully, he will just kind of go right past me because I really don't want to have to fight. Probably try to sneak in best I can. The story I think is kind of neat. Keep moving, buddy. I think the story is interesting, and how they kind of set it up is kind of neat. So if I want to, I can murder him, I can stab him, or I can let him go, or I can just knock him out. There is a mechanic: if you kill enough people in an area, the rest will surrender, which I think is pretty cool. He's also got a shotgun right there. I am gonna punch them though. And this will actually let me do it. Hi there. Okay, so what I can do on him now is I can loot him, and then I can loot his guns, and it gives me goodies. The biggest thing I've been having issues with is finding ammo for, oh, there it is. There's a crash. I'll actually keep this in because this is kind of prevalent to the entire thing. Or at least, no, that's a full game crash. And we are back. So I had to fully restart the entire game. I am on a loading screen. I don't know exactly where it checkpointed. Like I said before, these loading screens are kind of long, so I thought I'd come back here And we'll pick up hopefully where we left off earlier. If not, I'll just go and cause some chaos. But yeah, that apparently is what other people have been reporting about this game. That is the actual first crash I have encountered. The fan did not speed up, did not go crazy, more so than it usually does before, and it just, boom, just dead. But I'm going to keep all that in, keep it all as a continual timeline, so it's not just you hearing me say it, so you can actually hear it. But hopefully it will kick us back into the game at a relatively recent point. I will say that the load times, if you do die or do go back and quick load, are relatively quick. Not PC quick load quick, but a lot shorter than what we are encountering here with that little loading bar on the bottom right. Once again, this is an X, so let's get on back in here and.
Get out of the church quietly. So let's.
Okay, so it only kicked us back a few seconds.
Yeah, it's no fun beating up immature soldiers like that.
But yeah, now we gotta wait for them. We're not gonna wait. We're just fucking.
Call the shots. Okay, well, it's high time we start.
I've.
Open fire, Houston. Spotted.
There's zero reason to show restraint. But yeah, it's been a lot of just weird stuff like that. Just makes it feel a little less refined than the other Metro games. I wonder if the weird going from a linear game to this open worldish kind of thing has part to do that, because I loved the Metro games. I just am not enjoying this, and I'm having issues kind of convincing myself. Oh, out of bullets for that. Convincing myself. There it is.
Clear time to capture the telephone bridge.
To hell with them.
Good, good. So this is what I say. I'm just gonna be like, hey, you need to take a nap. But yeah, I'm having issues finding a reason to come back to it because of like a lot of stuff like that. I had a weird bug where I was talking to a person and they just kind of slowly slid off a screen. If I knock him out here, he can just tumble down the stairs and just. Well, huh. Oh, there he is. Give me your stuff. But my armor is not the best armor. It's like basic. I've seen people with bandoliers and stuff that you can upgrade and stuff. But I really do kind of like that, or I am able to be like, hey, I've murdered all your friends. We need to stop playing. You need to give up. And that is a fun little feature that they have. But I murdered a whole bunch of dudes. I could have snuck up on here like I did before, but having to wait through that entire cutscene was not something I wanted to do. All right, so what I think I need to do now is kind of just go in here and steal everything. They do try to incentivize explorations and stuff like that, where you're getting like the reason I got my night vision goggles so early is because I did a mission. I don't know what that was. I did a mission where I saved a person. He gave me a key, and I was able to unlock a small area that had these in them, as long as a whole bunch of weapons and ammo and stuff like that. A lot of the time, the extra little areas seem to offset your expenditure of items. Also, you can put lights out and stuff like that and light them and whatever. No, I should probably take off this gas mask, shouldn't I? Oh, there's that. I had a weird thing earlier where this may have just been a cutscene where I took the gas mask and stuff off, and in the next cutscene, he took off his gas mask. I'm gonna knock you out. Knock you out. They'll also make comments like if I go to the next area, like if I had gone through this entire area and knock everyone out, they'd be like, "Yeah, you got through there without murdering people, and thank you." Or like if I walk up to a group of people, they get angry if I don't like put my weapon away. One of the things is like, well, you might be a heretic, but you're civilized because you're not pointing your gun at us. Or I wasn't shining my headlamp at him. The cult that I'm dealing with now doesn't like technology. Man, A lot of these dudes gave up. Man, they did not like that I murdered the hell out of their friends. There's a lot of repeat voice actors for the NPCs in the English version. Oh, I do not want that shotgun. But as you can see, I'm stripping weapons. Hold on, let me pick that up. So as you can see on that, you can see the yellow parts here. That usually indicates that there's an attachment on that weapon. And a lot of the times when I picked it up, it's a new attachment I do not have. So let's go ahead and go in here and finish this up, and I will wrap this up. I'm gonna just quietly open this door. Hi there.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! I can pay the goods. Take them. You can take the goods.
There are collectibles and stuff like that to find. I don't know who Duke was shouting at there. Put that gun away. Can I take that? Can I take that? Okay, guess not.
Great job, Artyom.
Artyom, all of our guys are...
Yeah, that's Anna, my wife.
A shame we couldn't do it quietly.
So,
They make references to the first two games about like blowing up the dark ones and stuff like that. I also don't think it's smart to have glow sticks on your back when you're trying to be sneaky.
Are smooth. And Artyom, watch it out there.
oh yeah, we're gonna need that luck, all right. Fair winds.
But again, like I can
Hurrah! Man your station.
so far fighting anything other than a human has been annoying.
There, then wait in the reeds until about 4 o'clock. We want to get
Come
there
on,
early in the
enough
morning.
talking. I can't skip these. I kind of have to sit through them.
Sleepy after the morning prayer.
Gun's clipping into his butt. It's the only correct way to hold your gun between your iron buttocks. There it is. And he should give us a little bit of narration as we wait for this loading screen. Oh, there's my menu. Oh, there's no loading screen. When you start up the game, you get a kind of a little bit of narration about what happened last to kind of fill you in.
There.
Oh, I can see my
that
chest.
fire at the very top?
Not anymore, I guess. So this is the bridge I need to get across. There's a crazy cult here. So the plan is they're going to bring the train a little closer. I'm going to go up there, lower the bridge, and then hop onto the train. And I'm sure nothing terrible will happen.
I'll distract the guards now.
Probably get down. Oh, now it's raining. If I want to, if I'm like have my mask on and I get something on my mask, I can wipe it off.
Catch the line.
Oh, he changed in his clothes. Cool.
Hey, sailor! What did you do to your barge? What you gonna sell now?
They're also called fanatics. We're called heretics. Whatever.
So, Artyom, shall we move? Whoever gets there first wins.
Duke is apparently very gun-ho. I don't remember him at all from the previous games because I believe a lot of the game you were all by yourself. The Aurora is the name of the train, by the way. The train engine.
Roger that, sir. We're on it. Over.
Okay. So. But as you can see, it's still kind of desolate and everything like that, but it's so much more full of life than the metros were. But I really enjoyed the depressive nature of the metro. So this is actually a good example here. As you can see on the right, this pneumatic weapon, I need to actually pump it. And it will actually go up slowly. And once it's charged, it'll do a headshot and one-shot kill. I have upgraded the barrel so it doesn't leak air anymore, which is very nice. Kind of sneak across here. As you can see on my wrist, I don't have that little blue light anymore unless I'm in the light. And that just means like, hey, they can't see me while I kind of sneak around. But this game really seems to push you to want to do sneaky stuff because you die fast. I haven't upgraded my armor at all yet for that kind of stuff, but it really seems to scream like, hey, you need to sneaky sneak. Oh, there, the starfish. There's an achievement to murder that thing. I did not. Keep on moving. Oh. And boop.
They got captured by heathens, but a heretic. One of the new ones freed them.
Take that. I wonder if I can get a silent shotgun. I always like in games when you can either silence a shotgun or put a crazy scope on the shotgun. It's always my favorite.
What? He came back and with a huge fuss at the church and got his way too. Now we will be praying for that heretic instead of Simon. You got that?
So on the other side of this should be a lock, because you can see how the door is like, it's got a, oh, there it is right there. Boop. So I don't know, so I don't think this area, you could actually access this area unless it was dark out. Okay, as you just heard there, that was a sound that they were about to spot me, but they did not. And that's essentially what the mechanic has been. I've actually had times where I have been fully lit up, and they did not see me. But I guess I was lucky in that regard. But the stealth at times is inconsistent, which I did not have in the previous Metro games. If I wanted to, I could shoot this lamp, and if people were near it, it would actually cause a chain reaction. So I actually went through this entire area, and I'm gonna go up here. And I killed. Ooh. Shut up, Duke. But I believe my task. Oh, it's raining now. So here, if I put my mask on, like, oh, I got water on my face, and then I can rub it off. I've gotten like squishy things on it. I've had to smack spiders off of myself. I think these are just normal people, and I don't really have to worry about them. Like, I don't really like, since there is no achievements tied to anything, I'm just murdering left and right. Probably just showing off my true nature. Can I walk on that? I bet you I can't. So I'm gonna reload. X is normal reload. Holding it will allow me to pump it. Look at that crazy priest up there. Living there, starfish. Starfish, but not. Okay, pop that. If I was on the other side, I could just smack it, but let's go ahead and go on through. But I will not go too much longer. I'm sure people are excited for this. It's just that I have not had the best experience with this game. I like that I can just magic off lights. Oh yeah, this occult is like super anti, like anything electricity gets them very angry. But like I said before, the people who I save are like, well, you did save us. So maybe you're not like super evil like they're saying. Which is glory to the fish. And that's how this is how I've been playing a lot of it. Slowly sneaking around, killing people as I need. And then once it pops off, whipping out my machine gun and murdering the rest. Look at the fish. That fish is still alive. I allowed that fish to live, by the way. We're going to go a little bit longer, and then I will let you all go. So I'm still visible because it's, like in real life, I would still 100% be visible, but in-game logic dictates otherwise. Ooh. Alright, there it is. Alarm's gone off. It's all popping off now. Oh, but I think I'm far enough ahead to be like, it doesn't really matter. There it is. Hi there.
So you got me in dark heretics. You took Katya, and now you have me. Damn, you are quicker too.
How did I pass you?
We're just passing through. Let us through peacefully, our guys won't shoot. We've been easy on you people the whole time. And Katya asked us to take her along herself.
Katya is the girl, one of the people we saved.
Sure thing. First, you kill off the local cutthroats.
Are you gonna jump? Is that what's gonna happen here? Yep. Oh, maybe. No.
Leave us for good now. God may punish you for your sins, but my responsibility is to tend my flock.
Whatever. Oh, everything's going.
Hold your fire. You hear me? Alex, come.
Oh, cool. He's gonna be like, hey, you can leave.
Well, I did all I could. Just don't shoot. And tell the driver to keep it slow. The bridge is in.
Oh, okay. That's a very surprising kind of turn.
You will have to jump
Here, we've reached an agreement. They will let us through if we don't shoot and move slowly. Don't stop. I repeat, do not stop.
That's a interesting way to deal with if you did not murder everyone. And we're on top of the train now.
Well, that's a job.
But I will end it there. I've gone a little bit farther than I wanted to. That was Metro Exodus. I'm enjoying parts of it. Like, that section was fun. Like, the stuff where you're kind of forced into these smaller areas. It's the open world parts of it that are kind of eh. I was in, earlier when I was trying to recover the train car, I was in this one factory having to go around these enemies, and it was a lot more fun than having to just roam this open, empty world kind of thing. Like, it did have, like, the NPC monsters, but I also had this like, crazy fish stalking me, and he was eating the other creatures that wanted to kill me kind of thing. And it was a lot more fun than the open world part. So I guess what I'm saying is I would have preferred a much more linear Metro game in the vein of the first two. The story in this one was interesting. It's been unique so far. The guy in charge is, of course, the commander, and he's obsessed with reporting back and looking good to his superiors and stuff like that. Anna essentially wants to do whatever you want to do, and Artyom is pretty much like the entire reason the story pops off is because he was obsessed because he got radio transmissions from the outside world. Anyways, I am ZeroJD. If you liked seeing a video like this for a bigger release game, let me know and I'll do more stuff. I don't know if I will return to this in the future just because of the jankiness and all the weird stuff and differentiate stuff that's made it different from the other Metro games, which I deeply love. The first two ones I played multiple times. I did no kill runs and stuff like that. But thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe. It helps us out so much. Again, tell us what you want to see in the comments. Thank you. Have a nice day. And just for reference, this video was made on February 16th. I gave it a few days. It doesn't seem like a patch has come out yet to fix the issues of crashing like you will see in this video. I've had no issues with the aiming. The graphical stuff is weird. I've had no frame rate issues, but once again, this is on the X. Like I said before, these smaller inner areas look really good. The outside larger areas don't look that good. Then again, I have been skulking around during the night most of the time. But again, thank you so much. I'm going to stop talking. Check out our other videos and have a nice day.